Now if you look down here in the trigger, you got the Ruger Precision trigger. Alright, they pretty much stole that from Savage, the Accu trigger. Well, Ruger went in, they did their own refinements. This thing broke at maybe 1.5 pounds. Super crisp. You don't even think about shooting, and if you're a guy who likes to be surprised when you're shooting, that'll do it. No creep whatsoever. Very crisp trigger. Let's take another shot with this thing. Yeah. Boom. And she's empty. So if you're one of those kind of guys like me who hates putting the bolt down on an empty chamber and it going click on you, this gun's kind of nice, because as you can see, the magazine, it'll have a bolt stop right there. As soon as it goes dry on you, you're not feeding anything else, so you already know when you're dried out. So just drop your mag out, load a couple rounds back in there. Let's take a couple of them that I cranked out already. It'll spit right back in there. Back in. Super smooth bolt. The cleanup they did on this rifle is just outstanding. I liked it before. Problem is, with the first generation I shot with, it tended to have a wandering zero. So especially when that barrel started heating up, it was a thinner barrel, and the one I tested out was actually was profiled down. That may have played a part in it, but you can see this got a nice thick barrel on there, and it helps out with the barrel harmonics. And when it starts heating up, your groups are not going to open up. When we go down and check out that steel, you're going to see I hit pretty much the same spot every single time. And we're talking about taking 1-second shots. So this thing makes 100 yards almost a joke. When we take route a little bit further, we can shoot smaller things. We'll really have our fun with it. A lot of power coming out of those rounds. But most impressive part is just the insane groupings without even putting any effort into it. All right, so here's the one that I really like, the Ashbury. So my buddy dressed this gun up a little bit more than the other one, because the other one pretty much came stock with everything that you needed, including the muzzle brake. He had to get an aftermarket 2-stage muzzle brake on this, and I'll tell you, I shot this thing before he put the muzzle brake on there, and it thumped you. Okay, he put this thing on there, and you're about to see it. This thing just shoots like you're shooting a .22. It's insane. Like I said, I actually prefer this one, just the way it feels, the way it shoots, and it's a hell of a shooter. Anyway, so it's a Savage, and there it is again, that Accu trigger. This is the original from Savage. Then Ruger worked their magic, you know. Anyway, we already talked about that. So let's talk magazines. This one's a single stacker, all right, AI, Accuracy International P-Mags. It's a single stacker, right, 10 rounds, versus the shorter Ruger box magazine. It's a double stacker. We did get a couple double feeds out of this that kind of didn't expect, but we'll see how the Ashbury does. But the single stacker, you usually don't get misfeeds or anything like that. I don't think we'll have any problems with this. Well, it's enough talk. I gotta shoot this thing. Now one thing you'll notice, the bolt throw is a little bit higher than the Ruger. I don't like that because you got to go this extra travel on there, but it's super smooth, and it's this nice big fat bolt handle on there. You just get all this purchase on it. You just grab a hold of that sucker and you know you got it. You're not going to be sliding off of that at all, but super easy to manipulate. But some people like a higher throw. I prefer a shorter throw. Not a big deal. It's all preference. I guess that would contribute to why it wouldn't be as smooth as a Ruger, because you got that extra little bit of travel. You got to move it up that little bit more. But yeah, I guess that's where the Ashbury kind of takes second place to the Ruger. Other than that, though, it just makes shooting boring because it just puts it right on target every single time.